Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for May 6th, 2020. This is a reading for the collective for all signs, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right, let's go ahead and invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and spirit guides to this space to deliver the messages for the collective for May 6th, 2020. Messages for the collective, May 6th, 2020. Ooh. Yeah, what's going on here? A little bit of sadness and sorrow here. Your overall energy is the Queen of Wands. This is Leo, Aries, Sag energy. The Queen of Wands is magnetic. She's very attractive. She's also very spiritual. She's the person you want in case of an emergency. She can handle anything and everything very well. She's a social butterfly. It's kind of like everybody wants a piece of her. People want to be around her. She can attract love. She can attract abundance. She's good with money as well. She can be very entrepreneurial, or she can be, the CEO of a business. So this is somebody who's very, very sensual as well. When she shows up in the reverse, and I'm not reading reversals for the this week, but she is, she can also represent, the mistress or the other woman, or she can represent somebody who maybe has a lot of different lovers, okay, or options, and she doesn't really quite commit to any of them. She's more committed to herself and her journey. Underneath that, we have Temperance. This is Sagittarius energy. So some of you are definitely dealing with Sagittarius. The need for balance, the need for healing, the need to commune with source or spirit. We have the Tower card, so a big upheaval going on here. So it may be involving this person, or this might be the way that you're handling yourself after this really big shakeup. And then we have the Death card, Scorpionic energy. We do have the full moon. We are in the, full moon on May 6th and May 7th, today, tomorrow. So again, that scorpionic energy, it's the rebirth and the transformation. This may be the rebirth and transformation of yourself, of a particular relationship, and maybe also an energy that you're witnessing. Okay, maybe somebody that you love as well. Now, the first card that comes out is the Prince of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. I feel like this Prince of Cups for a love relationship couldn't handle the Queen of Wands. Now, take this how it resonates. You could be the Queen of Wands, you could be the Prince of Cups. Don't get caught up with gender, okay? It's all about energy, masculine or feminine. The Prince of Cups energy is kind of like he's just sitting there kind of flabbergasted. I think he got in over his head with this Queen of Wands energy. I think that he thought he could sort of take on, I'm feeling like, he thought he was man enough for this Queen of Wands, but he really didn't have the life experience, or he didn't have, have what it took. Doesn't mean that he never will, but I feel like he's feeling a little bit intimidated in the face of the Queen of Wands. Because if you just take a look at these two characters, she's a queen, he's a prince. Again, this does not necessarily have to be a love relationship. It could be you taking on a situation that you weren't quite as emotionally prepared for as you thought. It could also be that I'm getting that you thought you were kind of equals. But then oftentimes when there's arguments or there is conflict, somebody shows their true self. And when the Queen of Wands shows up in an argument, she is crazy. She'll cut you, she'll burn your house down, she'll take things all to the next level. And I feel like the Prince of Cups is kind of standing there like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? Now, not for all of us, this is not going to be a love relationship. Again, it could be that you went up against a boss. Maybe you spoke your truth. Maybe you thought you had an understanding with someone or something, again, a boss, a coworker, a friend, a lover, a family member. And you're sort of starting to see this true side of them, or you're starting to realize that you might be in over your head, which, we're human, that happens. The Eight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy tells me this is something that it could have to do with your health. It could have to do with your work. I know that keeps coming up a lot. For others of you, it's a relationship that you've been working on, that you saw as being able to fulfill long-term needs, being a relationship that would go the distance. And I think there's an element of surprise, sadness, and disappointment. I think there's also some of you are in a little bit of shock as to either how you reacted or this other person reacted. Remember the Prince of Cups. I mean, we could also switch the storyline around in Spirit saying, for some of us, you're the Queen of Wands and you realize that this person wasn't who you thought they were. And they were giving you a lot of lip service, or they weren't as emotionally developed as what you needed. And you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm dealing with a child or someone who's so immature, and I totally thought, this was something that we could make into something serious, or was going to go the distance. It could also be a project. It could be a creative project that you're working on. Again, it could be work. But it's something that in this realization, and look at how we're seeing this sort of focus, and she's seeing the big picture. She's seeing this from above. And the red rose to me really does indicate that there's passion, but it's not really bright red. It's kind of moving into pink. And pink roses aren't so much about passion and love. They're about tranquility and being content. And she's kind of taking this mature approach to the situation. And, she's been introspective and she's sort of put her head down. Some of you might be burying yourself in work. But for the most part, people are really taking, a mature approach to this and taking a look at everything that you and this person, or you in this situation, you in this career have been through, and just seeing the reality of the situation. The Eight of Pentacles is a very grounded card. It's something that's going to bring about a feeling of loss, sadness, and sorrow. Again, this is it could be that you're going through a breakup, or it could be, you realized or you saw the true face of someone or something, and it's disappointing. It's sad. You run the risk though, and here we have these two people back to back, the Eight of Swords, of getting stuck in your head. I feel like you might be blaming yourself. Some of us might be saying, I can't believe I'm so stupid that I got involved in this situation again. I can't believe I didn't see this coming. I can't believe I find myself in this situation. I should have known better, that sort of thing. And Spirit is saying it's okay to process the loss and the grief that you're experiencing here, but don't start beating yourself up about it. Okay, that's not going to be healthy. That's not going to give you any closure, and it's not the solution. An interesting reading. All right, additional messages for the collective. Sacrifice. Piscean energy. Some of you might be dealing with a Pisces. Some of you guys started to realize that maybe this person was asking you to make too big of a sacrifice. Whichever person you might be. It could be a job. It could be a love relationship. But, for right now, maybe you are an essential worker. Okay, for example, and your job was was putting you at risk, and you're saying, it's not worth my health. Okay, for others of you, it may have been somebody that, that wasn't emotionally mature enough to realize that what they were asking or demanding of you was really unrealistic, or it would be crossing your boundaries. Because the Queen of Wands is a queen of boundaries, and you might have been like, why do you think that that's okay to even ask me to do that? That's what I'm getting. I'm not laughing, but here we have temptation. I mean, I am laughing, but it's just sort of that energy coming out. Like, she's kind of just looking at him like, look at her face. Are you kidding me? Are you for real? Did you really just say that? Temptation. This is the Devil card. So this could have to do with codependency. You could also be realizing that somebody here is struggling with codependency. And yes, it's important to help and support our loved ones, but not to the point of your own detriment. So if somebody is stealing from you, it's time to shut that door if it's affecting your stability or your emotional well-being. I'm all for helping people, supporting people through difficult times, but not if it's taking too much out of you or requiring too much self-sacrifice, because that's not worth it. And this could be very well some of you having to walk away from someone or something that you thought had great promise. And, you know, Spirit's supporting you in that. These are all major arcanas, you guys. Bottom of the deck is mental conflict, Two of Swords, the need to protect yourself psychically and in the material world, so also your finances. So really the need to protect yourself and to pull back, make this decision. It's not an easy decision. There might be a lot of love for this person or this job or whatever this might be. So I know it's not an easy decision, but something has become too big for you to ignore. It's requiring too much sacrifice, and Spirit doesn't want you to do that. There's codependency issues that someone here is dealing with, and you moving forward, walking away, getting out of this self-defeating situation, you know, a situation that has brought you a lot of grief and a lot of sadness and sorrow, but Spirit's saying it's time to move on from this. You know, you can't sacrifice yourself for this situation. It's just not worth it. And it's going to be hard, but you stand in your power. You're going to be a triumphant success in doing so. Additional messages for the collective. Look at that. Karmic completion comes out. Yeah, some of you may have thought this was a soulmate relationship or a twin flame relationship, and it just wasn't. There was a soul contract here. Okay, and it's come to an end. You've learned what you needed to learn or end them. Okay, and so don't hold on to it any longer. And look at that, 37 breaks down to a 10, time out. Yeah, somebody's like, wait a second. Somebody's calling it. I hear the whistles blowing, the referee going, time out. Game over. Game over. You don't need this energy. Whatever this is, it's not worth the sacrifice. It's the message I'm getting. Maybe not what you want to hear, but it's the messages I'm getting. Final message for the collective. Kuan Yin, care and compassion. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. Yeah, again, so some of you are finding out that somebody here does have addiction issues or codependency issues. But Kuan Yin comes out when there's a lot of healing needed. But I do get that it's not all about like full-on abandonment, but it may be, you know, offering this person a way to get help, but it doesn't involve sacrificing yourself. Okay, and I really do feel like there's separation here needed. There's a timeout needed. And this is also being caring and compassionate to yourself, because this is negatively affecting you. Okay, this is a karmic contract, a soul contract, and you need to do what's right for everyone involved, and that's including you. Okay, so whether you identify more with the Queen of Wands or the Prince of Cups, again, Leo, Aries, Sag energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, it doesn't have to be though. You know, we could just be exhibiting those qualities, but choose to be love, do what's right for everyone involved, and that's including yourself. And offer a helping hand. So you may need to ask for help in this situation, or you might need to show this person the way to rehab, or show the person, you know, you can, but you can't control other people's actions, and you can't be responsible for other people healing. Okay, you can't. And so it's like you can lead a horse to water. And I know I sound kind of cold here, but you can't. All right, you can help them, you can support them along the way to a point. But if somebody wants to heal, they have to make that decision for themselves. And this is a very clear and very adamant message from Spirit here. Okay, you guys, so I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. Most of all, I want to say thank you. I love you. I know this message today may have been a little bit harsher than usual, or maybe than you liked, but I do feel like it's a necessary message for someone out there to hear. Okay, and yeah, and please leave me a comment, and yeah, I wish you guys all the best. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.